Meanwhile, the Romney campaign put out a statement which tried to turn the focus back to the president. Romney spokeswoman Amanda Hannenberg told NBC News, quote, "The Supreme Court left President Obama with two choices. The federal individual mandate in Obamacare is either a constitutional tax or an unconstitutional penalty. Governor Romney thinks it is an unconstitutional penalty. What is President Obama's position?" Eric Fernstrom is among Romney's closest aides. He has worked for Romney for a decade and knows Romney's tenure in Massachusetts better than anyone. It's probably clear what Fernstrom was trying to do above all was try to make sure that Romney looked consistent and not inconsistent, knowing there are plenty of clips like this one from 2007 on Meet the Press that do exist.
A fee's not a tax?
If it were a tax, it'd be called a tax.
That's gimmick.
It's reality. I'm not trying to hide from the fact we raise fees. We raise fees $240 million.
And that was, of course, separate from the health care part of this, but that goes to that whole argument that Romney had back in 2007 and 2008 over how he balanced budgets in Massachusetts with increased fees. Now, the Weekly Standard's Bill Kristol argued that Romney can still talk about health care, telling Politico, quote, "You don't have to be a virgin to make the case against promiscuity." Bottom line here is what you saw Eric Fernstrom, who knows Mitt Romney well, trying to make sure Romney didn't look like a flip-flopper on this issue, walking a very narrow line. Obviously, congressional Republicans want to do this in another place. Point of fact here, I've gotten 3 releases this morning from the Romney campaign. None of them mention health care right now. They're all turning back to the issue of the economy. Finally, what do you do if attacks are working? You air more of them. And that's what the Obama campaign is doing in a new ad this morning that, again, focuses on Romney's business background.
What a president believes matters. Mitt Romney's companies were pioneers in outsourcing U.S. jobs to low-wage countries. He supports tax breaks for companies that ship jobs overseas. President Obama believes in insourcing. He fought to save the U.S. auto industry and favors tax cuts for companies that bring jobs home. Outsourcing versus insourcing. It matters.
That ad is airing in the same 9 states where the president has been advertising. The Obama campaign is spending $5.3 million on the air this week in Colorado, Florida, Iowa, North Carolina, New Hampshire, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Meanwhile, the Romney campaign is spending $4.8 million on broadcast television in 8 states. It's the most the campaign has shelled out on ads at any week so far in the general election. The reason for the spending spike on the Romney side look no further than the Sunshine State. Campaign is now up in Florida and spending $1.5 million on ads in just 4 cities in Florida this week alone. Ohio and Colorado round out the top places where the Romney campaign is spending. And by the way, in case you missed it, guess what state that the Romney campaign is still not advertising in, that the Obama campaign is? Pennsylvania.